When I say a zombie apocalypse, what comes to your mind first? I enjoyed Zom 100, but you probably hate it because your expectations were crushed. And I have to tell you why this anime failed, what you should have expected, and instead I must tell you that it's worth rewatching because the anime is coming back on Christmas. And all that because the plot hasn't been yet revealed. So reality does hit hard when you have high hopes for a zombie anime. A zombie apocalypse looks something like this. And well, what the fuck is this? The author failed to deliver his idea because Akira was basically a slave to MAPPA, an abusive company, and waking up to a zombie apocalypse meant freedom for him. The first thing he did was he cracked open a can of beer. And so time goes on, you watch the episode, you think it's a zombie anime, and you have been proven wrong. Because you wanted that cliche anime about killing zombies, trying to survive, blood everywhere. But the anime was literally just an ad for beer. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. So our main character is carefree, but why does that matter? Because the author tried to show us in subtle ways, his past life in the industry, it was basically slavery. He was enslaved working 24/7, and his life literally became black and white. And that's how bad it was. And one thing that triggers a lot of people, me included, was the color of zombies' blood, which was painted. It was a blue, red, pink, whatever. But the reason for that is, once the apocalypse came to be, Akira's world finally was painted back because he was a free man. It didn't matter what happened to the world, it only mattered that he could do whatever he wished to do at that point. And what you fail to realize is that the anime is more than just watching zombies roam the world, because imagine you don't have to wake up for school tomorrow. You don't have to work. You're free to do anything. You can take anything from the store. Whatever comes to your mind, you can do it. Like suddenly, the world becomes lawless. There's no policies you have to follow. You become truly free, and all you have to do is survive. And that's one of the two key things Zom 100 is about, because it's an extreme situation. All means of survival are acceptable. And you might ask yourself, how can I enjoy a zombie anime if the main thing isn't about zombies? Look, I was as disappointed as you were at first. It feels like you watched a video on how to build a house, but it was a Minecraft tutorial, In short, it felt like you were clickbaited. And it all comes down to the author not giving enough context at the beginning. Because it's just a dude literally enjoying beer in the first 3 episodes. But the whole dynamic of the anime changes and gets a new meaning once they introduced him. Here's a quick question. Who do you call if you need help but it's not your parents? Of course, you would call your best friend. Friends are the only people that can make you laugh in any situation. And what's better than doing anything you want in a zombie apocalypse? Doing anything you want with your best friend. You need a TV to play video games? Steal it with your best friend. You want to write a bucket list of 100 things you want to do before you become a zombie? You can. And Kencho is your best friend. He's way better looking than you. He's got more wrist than you. But he's also in the same desperate situation as you are. And as soon as they introduced him, it became apparent that the anime failed because they promised us the zombie anime where it's do or die, but our protagonist doesn't give a shit about anything. He doesn't care about the roaming zombie apocalypse. He just does what comes to mind first. And it all comes down to preference, but most of the people just stopped watching there. But I didn't. I took a different approach while I watched Zom 100, and it satisfied me because I literally binge watched the show in one sitting. And you can enjoy this anime with a simple trick. Just turn off your brain for 20 minutes at every episode, and you can just enjoy it if you don't look at it as The Walking Dead. You should look at it this way. Your best friend is having a good time, and suddenly this happens. Zombie giving a blowjob to a whiskey bottle. This would be my reaction if I saw that happen as well. And after all that, you have a cold one with your best friend. Do you even need money at this point? Your parents would just, text you to check if you're fine. So survival's the only thing that matters, and everything that doesn't, they wouldn't bore you with it. You're free to go as wild as you can. This is what Zom 100 really is, and it was meant to be. And it will take away all of your problems with each episode, and that's the point of this show. I know, it's still not enough, is it? But because of episodes like the one called Whining and Dining with Flight Attendants, where you and your best friend get caught in a dire situation with 3 flight attendants in your store. You're just drinking the pain away. It's relatable since you're out there, simping why your best friend's having the time of his life. And then you ego chug a whole lot of alcohol and then you have to throw up. And then comes the throw up riz, where a girl comes up to you asking if you're okay because she's worried. But you think she's into you. No, bro. Calm down. You just threw the fuck up. There won't be any action for you today, buddy. It's pretty wild because I've been in those same situations, but without the zombies. But the anime is not all fun and games. This was a massive fail from the author in my eyes. You're gonna hate episode 6 because once they buy the RV, Akira meets his employer again and gets enslaved because Kencho is in a bad state from falling off a bike. Now, why did I say it's a fail? Remember, this is halfway through season 1 and the author shows you Zom 100 is not about zombies again because people misunderstood the show. And this episode can feel like a bore, and I feel as if the author didn't trust you as a viewer enough and he had to show us again that it's about freedom. But not only that, the sad part about this whole Zom 100 situation is that the anime didn't have a plot yet. It didn't set a goal for the show. It was just pure enjoyment. And the problem was they stopped releasing the last 3 episodes and it was delayed. I think the production team honestly wanted to ditch out the show. After episode 9, that's where the plot starts. That's where the anime starts. We get our real antagonist. I believe the villains are gonna be amazing and it's gonna be even more fun to watch because we just added the tsundere in our team and that German fan who loves Japan. They even added a hot spring episode. But still, everybody almost gave up on the anime. And you know that if an anime has a hot spring scene, it's gonna be wild. Yeah, it's a bad joke again. Anyways, I had to tell you about it because there's this chance you're gonna start liking Zom 100 even more. Just give it another chance with the expectations that I set for you and enjoy the chaos. Look at the bro dynamic of trying to rizz up random girls, just stealing stuff, trying to see if your parents are still alive in this whole mess. I gotta add that rizzing up the tsundere, it was fun to watch. She's the Hyper Analyzer 3000. Those annoying nerdy girls that are hot? And Kencho is just out there in the back screaming, "Yeah, bro, go get her number." Woo! And in these extreme scenarios where you can do whatever you like, of course you'll have to try to have fun, because if you were a slave prior to that, you can unshackle yourself and enjoy the time you have. And also, I think it's important to preserve humanity, so risen up is excused. And since you can't quit working or university, Akira can. So turn off your brain while watching the anime and subscribe to my channel and have a nice day.